Hey, welcome back guys. Hope you're all doing well. It's an exciting video for me today. I've got a product that it's an unboxing, but it's of a product that I've been very excited for, and it's from one of my favorite companies. Today we're doing an unboxing from Oxford Supply. Let me show you what we've got. So before we jump into this, I did an update video recently showing the garage, newly organized and still a work in progress. And I'm happy, I'm excited because things are looking good in here, and now I can come out, do a little bit of work to make some further progress on this because there's still a bunch to do, and make a quick video. Whereas before I would have popped out here and gone, where the heck is my stuff? It's a mess, I gotta move things around, and I would have immediately run out of time. I have 15, 20 minutes right now. Because that's just how life works these days. And hey, I'm able to come out here and do something for you guys. So like I said, I'm very excited. I have been chatting with Oxford, and they're nice enough to take my suggestions on board occasionally. For this one in particular, I don't think they needed a suggestion from me. They knew they were going to be making these things. My understanding is this box finally has some transparent dies in it. One quick thing I want to mention before I move on here. An important aspect of this is transparent dies. I get a lot of questions about this. Transparent dies that come with lacquers like this. They're not just for dyeing wood. You can also use them to tint your lacquer. So depending on what kind of look you're going for, those are two separate options that both work really well. You can do a dye job on your wood directly, or if you want a deeper look, or depending on what you're trying to accomplish, you can tint your lacquer. And I've done a video on how to tint your lacquer before. But absolutely rest assured, I will be doing a demo video with this product. Really looking forward to it. I get a lot of questions about what I recommend for this type of finish. And if this is anything like the other stuff Oxford's put out, chances are I'm going to be recommending it pretty soon. So let's take a look. All right, now I appreciate that some of you don't like unboxing videos. You think they're a waste of time. Fair enough. For me, they're a good way for me to show you stuff that I'm excited about. And one of the main questions I get on this channel is, what should I use for X and what should I use for Y? And this is a good way for me to deal with those questions because I get to show you the stuff that I use. All right, got interrupted there for a second, got called in to deal with a particularly disastrous diaper change. But I'm back and I don't remember where I left off. We did take a look at this, but oxfordsupply.com, we've got two different custom color ranges and the grain filler. This red mahogany grain filler, one of my favorites ever. This stuff's awesome. Anyway, that's cool. Glad to see that. Let's move on to the items that I am quite excited for here, the dyes. And he sent me a lot of them. So prior to this, I've used a variety of different dyes, including trans tint, which this looks very similar to, and some candy colors and stuff like that. But yeah, now Oxford, my favorite brand of lacquer, has their own. It says dye stain universal concentrate. So again, we can use this to dye things, to dye wood in particular, of course, or we can use it to tint lacquer or to tint something else. You can tint your grain filler with this too. If you want to do a grain accenting technique with a tinted filler, nothing wrong with that. But you can get a really deep look by combining that effect with a tinted clear coat, a tinted lacquer over top. And what is he giving me here? Oil-based grain filler, natural. So he's read my mind, obviously. So let's talk about, again, what you can do with this. A very popular technique for like a flame maple or something like that is to take your black dye and mix it into your grain filler, do your filler work, and then go over it with something like a blue tinted lacquer clear coat. Another option is to just dye blue over top. Or if you've got something that doesn't need an actual filler, in fact a flame maple or a quilted maple would be an example of that rather, the filler would be better on like a ash or something like that. But for like a quilted or flame maple, you would dye it black, sand it back so it only stays in the open grain, and then yeah, use a tinted lacquer over top of it or dye over top of it. We've got tons of options that come from this. He's got quite a few colors here. You can do, of course, a yellow, orange, red burst, even add brown in there. We've got blue. Black is a very a color that gives you a lot of options, which I know seems weird because it's just black, but it got some versatile things that you can do with it in terms of the effects that you can get. And then Bordeaux, I want to make sure I know what this looks like. One way to take a quick look here. Oh yeah, that's like a brandywine red, like a blood red, which I'm excited to see in there because that is one of my favorite dye colors. The candy brandywine from House of Color is my go-to for it as of now. This may well become my go-to for it because it's from a company that I prefer. So we've got, I gotta digress here again. The black, I'm really interested to see how this looks because obviously this will stain things black. Obviously it will tint grain filler black, but there's one thing that's not obvious to me, and that's whether or not it will make a nice transparent black lacquer. I must say I'm skeptical. I've never really had much luck with that. I've found maybe one or two good options over the years, and I've been trying to do this for like 10 years, find a really nice transparent black that doesn't look purple in the light and stuff like that, and they all kind of do. That's just how you make black, but maybe this one will be better. Some of them don't come out transparent at all, right? Even if you put a little bit into some lacquer, they really don't look transparent. So be very interested to see how that looks, because I know there was a toner lacquer, for example, from Mohawk that I was very excited for. And when I tried spraying it out, it was in a can. When I tried spraying it out, it was opaque immediately. So it didn't have any kind of transparency to it, any of the dye effect that I was hoping for. This stuff, I think, see, the toughest decision for me is going to be whether to keep this at the home shop here and use it to dye things or bring it straight to the other shop where I spray. I think it's probably going to be largely a spray thing for me. But let's just take a quick look, see what we've been provided with in terms of colors. And I look forward to testing this stuff out. All right, I can't resist. I got to see it. So I've just made a tiny hole in the top of this with an awl rather than cutting it. So I want just a very small amount to come out. This stuff, if it's what I think it is, well, it's a concentrate. It's going to be very, very potent. So if I'm mixing up some lacquer, I'm going to use, a couple drops of this type thing. Let's just put a drop on there, one drop. Yes, this is not how you apply a dye by any stretch of the imagination, but that's gorgeous. Exactly the type of like brandywine deep red color that I was expecting. That's on there way too strong because I put a drop straight on there, but that mixed into some lacquer is going to give an incredible color. Very exciting. Now I gotta not get this all over everything, but and look, literally I let one drop out of here. Look at this, jeez. So yeah, you can use this direct like this, although that's a little too strong probably. You can dilute it in alcohol, you can dilute it in water, and you can mix it into grain filler, and you can mix it into lacquer. So very exciting product, and one of the more versatile finishing products out there in terms of what you can do for tints, what you can tint, that kind of thing. This type of aniline dye or NGR dye, really awesome stuff. Simple as that. All right, guys, that's the dye stain from Oxford. I can't wait to get this stuff mixed with some of their lacquer and try that out. I'm gonna do a test with the grain filler as well, presumably. I'm definitely gonna test out the black in a clear lacquer, see how that looks. Yeah, I'm just gonna have fun with these, and we'll be doing some videos on it in the future. In particular, once I find a good project for it, and I have one in mind already. Yeah, so we're gonna have lots of fun with this stuff. I do have several other unboxing videos coming up. I got a bunch of stuff here that I want to show you guys that I've been sent, that I'm excited for. People ask all the time to send me stuff to do videos of, and a lot of it I turn down because I just, I don't think it's going to be useful to you, or, it's not something that I think is going to be interesting to you guys. Not that I don't necessarily want the stuff, but I'm not going to clutter my channel with it, even if I do want to clutter my garage with it. This, on the other hand, and the other stuff that I have here ready to go to be unboxed, is all stuff that I am excited for and that I think you guys will find cool and useful, or at least most of you. So looking forward to showing you all that. As always, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you are planning on getting some stuff from Oxford, you can do that through Solo Music Gear. I have a link in the description. It's an affiliate link. Or you can go straight to Solo Music Gear, straight to Oxford Supply, rather. I will put a link to that in the description as well. If you do that and you happen to be feeling generous, there is a place to let them know when you make a purchase that you heard about them from me, and I really would appreciate it if you would do that. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good one, and I will see you next time.